More than 1,500 years have gazed down from the heavenly vault of the Milky Way upon the uninterrupted flow of men on the road to Santiago. Before the apostle had given up his body to the executioner and to legend, people were already traveling towards Finisterrae, creating new paths previously untrodden. Upon these foundations, and with the fragile support of a beautiful legend, medieval Europe constructed the marvel of St. James's Way, which, in its turn, constructed Europe. As Goethe says, Europe was made on the pilgrimage to Compostela. Necessity and adventure, gratitude, penitence, power, ambition, leisure, sin, money, love. Who can tell what motives forged the road to Santiago? In fact, beyond faith, it is life itself that moves along St. James's Way. Only the raw adventure of those who forged the road is now denied to the pilgrim, who arrives joyfully at the amazing sight of the Portico de la Gloria. Instead, the traveller must tread in the steps of so many unknown who have gone before him for 1,500 years, underneath the heavenly vault of the Milky Way. Beneath the feet of the traveller on the road to Santiago echo the steps of artistic genius, miraculous beliefs, the hospitality of simple people. The entire road speaks constantly of wonders. The difficult bridge across that sheer gorge, which was built in one night by the devil, tricked into it by Abbot Guillaume de Boulogne. That spring which welled up from the tears of a repentant, sinful woman. Today, as yesterday, going on a pilgrimage to Santiago involves weaving a pattern of rituals. When you breasted a peak, you would plant a cross which looks towards Compostela. At Ibanieta, a bell would be rung for those who had lost their way. In Sahagún, people would already be getting their holy candles. Faith or imagination, ritual or adventure, and a practical spirit. Such are the equipment a pilgrim needs in order to convert his gesture into a beautiful experience.
Leafy branches of sturdy beech trees line the way down to Pamplona, which founded its prosperity on the privileges granted by Sancho III to the pilgrims in the late 11th century. The present-day importance of the city demands a thorough visit and an unhurried stroll round the streets. The Bridge of Magdalena, the ramparts, the cathedral, San Fernin, Estafeta Street, and finally the St. James pilgrims, as they have always done, cross the Calle Mayor, or Main Street, and leave Pamplona through the gateway of the Taconera. Roncesvalles, amidst the shady woods and mists of the Pyrenees, opens up the way into Spain for the French road, among echoes of Chanson de Geste, with its old pilgrim's hospice, its new monastery, and its evocative stone cross. Tria Castella, which had a pilgrim's prison and which donated its lime to build Santiago, bring us to Samos, a strange Swabian settlement in a narrow pass. Later, it became Romanesque, and in the end, a Baroque monastery. Cebredo welcomes the visitor to the Palhoças, of Celtic origin, set in breathtaking landscape. Its church of Santa Maria is a remarkable example of Galician pre-Romanesque art. Villafranca del Bierzo was and still is a compulsory stop before entering Galicia. From the humble Romanesque chapel of Santiago, with its Puerta del Perdón, door of forgiveness, to the solidly built Palacio de los Marqueses, everything in this romantic town speaks of the road to Santiago. And, above all, the enchanting Calle del Agua, where the wine is of especially praiseworthy quality. At last, in the lands of the River Minho, white against the green of woodland and vineyard, Porto Marin awaits the pilgrim. In the sculptured perfection of its church fortress, experts see the hand of Maestro Matteo.
Over the remains which tradition attributes to the Apostle Santiago grew first a church, then a village, next a town, and then a city. Today, Santiago de Compostela still stands there. How many thousands of pilgrims must have trodden the way to make up this city after 12 centuries? It is impossible to describe the number of opportunities for admiration that the visitor can find strolling the streets of Santiago. Palaces, squares, churches, convents. Nor is it possible to list the occasions for enjoyment, the markets, the people, the characters, the customs and fiestas. Everything in Santiago, including the clear sky overhead, the mists that cloak it, is history, legend, mystery, miracle, tradition or remembrance of the road. But along its streets, life walks too. In Santiago de Compostela, life is joy, beyond the religious pilgrimage through this vale of tears.
The original monastery of San Martín Binario, built in the year 912, is now an immense Baroque building of some 20,000 square meters. And many experts consider it the most important building in the city, after the cathedral.
This menu can be used to follow the Pilgrim's Way in several different forms. By pressing Visits on the bar, the icons will show the places